Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, July 2nd, and we are on day 13, I think, in the Big Brother house. Day 13. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. Oh, I know why. It's because this is only day Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, day 4 of the live feeds, right? I don't consider the feeds going live on Thursday since it was 10 o'clock at night Eastern. Or Pacific at best. Really, they've been live Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today would be Monday. It would be day 4, fourth full day of the live feeds. And what has changed? Everyone listening to this has hopefully checked out our Big Brother Gossip Show, which is on every Saturday. We recorded it Saturday night, about 2.5 hours. There's going to be very little that I am going to tell you now that you should not have already heard on our podcast. I mean, there's going to be bits and pieces, but this is not going to be very long. So for the full scope, you should check out our podcast, Big Brother Gossip Show. And hopefully, I'm getting some new listeners, as I've mentioned on my past couple CarCasts. I am now posting this to iTunes and Stitcher and a couple other places, Google Play. So welcome those of you that are new. My name is Mike, and I am one of 3 hosts of the Big Brother Gossip Show. And this is a little side project that I've been doing, actually, possibly since before the Big Brother Gossip Show in some form or another. I know I was doing something like this back when I used MySpace as a Big Brother Gossip page for MySpace, or a Big Brother show. I don't think Big Brother Gossip may have existed. I don't remember. I'll have to figure out when I started this. So I've been driving and talking about Big Brother for quite a while now. So what's going on in the house? Well, we watched last night's TV show, which we learned very little new that we didn't already know, if you've been watching the live feeds. The biggest thing I noticed, and I've called it out a couple of times, is that Sam's power, the way it's written, and I could be completely wrong, but the way it's written, it says that the winner of the power has a chance to get back in the house, to re-enter the house, or however it was worded. I posted a picture of it. And they can use it on themselves or somebody else. If they don't use it by the 4th eviction, then it'll automatically be used on that person that's evicted. Now, it just says a chance, and that just really catches me as like, oh, it doesn't say they're guaranteed to get back into the house. It says they get a chance. Now, it may be a really simple chance. Maybe they're saying, do you want to go back in? And they can say, no, that's okay, I'm good. Or will it be, you have to, beat the most recent evictee for a chance to get back? Is it going to be a playback thing like Victor did? And do they have to wait? So we thought on Saturday, at least I thought on Saturday's podcast, that it would be okay, well, reset the week. Sam isn't evicted if she gets voted out on Thursday. She stays in because it's played after the eviction. Or does Sam walk out on stage and Julie says, oh, guess what? You get a chance to go back in with your power, and she's escorted off stage, and she's out of the game for another week or 2. I mean, that's going to kill a game as well. You're just not going to come back in and go nearly as far. And Sam's already been on the outs. So that's the one thing I noticed about Sunday's show. The rest of Sunday's show was, we knew almost all of it. What they showed was a lot more of the spinny stuff for Casey. Well, the pendant around her neck spun for the first time that anyone remembers last night when she was playing pool. And it just spun, and I don't know when it stopped because I went to bed, but it was spinning when I went to bed. But she was stuck outside playing pool. But Scotty stayed with her. It wasn't like it was some big, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss some action. It was, the TV show made it imply like she missed some important things. But it didn't happen while since the feeds have been live. Where, meanwhile, we've seen Sam has been shuttled in and out every day for several hours at the very least. As a matter of fact, I think overnight at least once. Well, she was overnight. The first night she didn't spend the night in the house. She was outside the house. Other things. Let's see. Romances. Swaggy and Bailey are definitely an item. The other item possible, well, okay. You've got potentially Rachel and Brett. I don't know, though. Winston is convinced that Rachel wants to jump all over Brett. I haven't necessarily seen it, but I don't spend too much time watching them either. Matter of fact, Rachel and Angela don't seem to be getting much video time. At least not when I'm watching. So I have no idea. I don't know if anything's going on there or not, but Winston certainly seems to be convinced there is. And there's certainly some teasing and back and forth, but I just haven't seen anything that makes me think, oh yeah, showman's in the works here. And then, as I said, of course, Swaggy, C, and Bailey are definitely a showmance. And then, even though Swaggy seems to think nobody knows about it, but everybody kind of knows about something's going on. And Swaggy's also said, she's my best friend in the house, kind of a thing. It's like, okay, you might as well be a showmance if you're going around proclaiming your tightness. Then you have Fessy and who? That's the question. It seems to be implied that Haley and Fessy are a potential item. But then Caitlyn is also all over. Well, she's all over some of the guy. All over. She's just a very touchy-feely person. So maybe there's absolutely nothing going on there. Some people seem to feel that Caitlyn is trying to get involved with Fessy too. I don't know. Caitlyn has a boyfriend, so who knows? It certainly could go back to the Christina season with Cody. That everyone was up in arms. That she was married, right? Was she married or just a boyfriend? Married. So, so Caitlyn has a boyfriend. That's not going to be near as a scandal as it was for her. But I'm not seeing that kind of a level. I just don't know it right now. It's too early to say. Fessy is also, he seems interested in Haley. She's actually the one that seems to be deflecting more. But I watched Haley and Tyler last night up in the head of household room talking, and it was kind of high schoolish flirtiness too. Oh, I bet I know what's on your Instagram. Oh, well, I would definitely follow you. No, I would follow you. We would follow each other. We may be Facebook friends. It was all these kind of, okay, maybe they're kind of interested in each other too. I don't know. What else? It's the Power Veto obviously wasn't played yesterday. So it's Sam and Steve. I don't know where the votes are at the moment. Other than the standard alliances that we've talked about, it would seem that Steve has enough votes to stay as of now. So that's kind of the way I'm leaning. But I'm not 100% sure. And I think it could flip. So, yeah, I'm not sure. And I know that Sam is, in theory, safe no matter what. But I don't know if she's as safe as she thinks she is. I just think... the name of the app was Bonus Life. So that, to me, implies it is a given. But it was the wording of the actual thing that said the holder has a chance to return. That just, I don't like the way they wrote it. It says chance. To me, if it was, can return to the game, that would remove doubt. So we'll see when it happens, probably on Thursday. That's about all I got, I think, guys. I don't have some really deep, dark, There's nothing game-wise. It's still, the house is fairly evenly divided. And we've talked about those alliances, so I'm not going to rehash that. Plus, I frankly will need a chart to make sure I hit all the names if I went through the alliances when we have 16 people in the house. And I don't think the head of household room is very tough this year. Or not head of household, the have-not room. They're cylinders. There've been, I'm trying to think of other, the bumper cars were certainly worse. The doctor's chairs, the dentist chairs might have been worse. Not sure about the dentist chairs being worst. These are round cylinders. They're not flat. And I can understand that you have to sleep in a kind of a ball, which frankly I'm saying, and I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't want to sleep like a ball. If you try to stretch out, you kind of run out of places to rest. So you're not probably resting very comfortably. But I don't hear people complaining about it that much yet. And maybe it's because it's new. Because I'm sure it started pretty much right before the feeds went live. I don't think they make them stay in that kind of stuff for that long. And it seemed like the guys had just gotten in there when the feeds went live. What else? That's about it. I'm about to have a cough, so let me pause this for 1 second. Okay. I'm glad that Spreaker has the ability to pause now. Didn't used to have that when I first started doing this. I use Spreaker, by the way, to actually record my podcast. That's where this CarCast. That's where most of you are likely listening from, because it tweets out a link as soon as I post it. But as I said, I've noticed I got a few people listening on iTunes. I haven't checked my stats on Stitcher or Google Play, but I have on iTunes, and we're talking a very few. We're talking like maybe 7 or 8 or 9 of you right now are picking it up on iTunes. I'm hoping for more. Oh, and I've hinted at, having a guest person to talk to too. That's still in the works. I think it's going to happen this week. I'm hopeful. I have a yes, so it's just a matter of getting the time down. And my plan is to actually record our conversation and then edit it together and then post it. So it may be an odd time to post my Spreaker as well. We'll have to see. But I definitely have a yes from said person. And so once we get it done, I will happily post it. It'll just be the two of us talking about the show and what their impressions of the show are, I think. Okay. That's about it. I'm almost at work. I will get this posted shortly. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday as the start of your week. Actually, tomorrow I may or may not do one of these, or if I do, it may be late because I have some errands and stuff to run, so we'll have to see. And then I'll probably do one on the 4th. Again, it'll just be a matter of time. But the next 2 days, I'm not expecting some dramatic things to happen. They're basically sitting around waiting for the eviction show. I know they're rallying for votes, but unless there's some drama that stirs up, I can't imagine that I'm going to have any earth-shattering news. There's nothing on the horizon that's going to happen. There's no major fights. Remember, we had some major stuff right at the beginning of Big Brother last season. We had some major, Cody tried to, the power veto ceremony happened, and Cody tried to put up Paul and found out that he couldn't. and then, it was not a good situation. It was quite enjoyable on the feeds, but that's a way to start off the season with the bang. This season is definitely not starting off with the bang at this point, and I'm okay with that because we have all new house guests, and that's a good thing. It's still a good thing. All right, I've cycled around to saying have a good day, and then restarted talking about Big Brother again a couple of different times. So now I am finally finishing up. Have a wonderful Monday. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow, or some of you on Periscope later today, probably. And if you haven't heard our podcast, please check it out. Big Brother Gossip on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, or go to BigBrotherPodcast.com and you can find links there. Thanks. Bye-bye.